Agile planning. User stories and acceptance criteria. Central to Scrum are user stories and acceptance criteria, which help teams ensure that they deliver what users really want. Now we'll discuss what this means and how they are used. What are Scrum user stories? User stories are short, simple descriptions of a feature told from the perspective of the person who desires the new capability, usually a user or customer of the system. It emphasizes user value and helps prioritize tasks based on user needs. A typical user story might look something like, as a type of user, I want an action, which is an action, so that, which is a benefit. An example is, as an online shopper, I want to be able to sort products by price so that I can quickly find products within my budget. Why user stories? What are the advantages of user stories? One advantage of user story is user-centric. User-centric. They bring the user into the center of the conversation, ensuring that the product is built for real needs. Flexible. They allow for changes. As the understanding of the user needs evolves, stories can be easily updated. Collaboration. They encourage teams to work together. Developers, designers, and stakeholders can discuss the what and why behind the features. Prioritization. Prioritization. With each story representing a chunk of user value, it's easier to prioritize them based on user benefits. Acceptance criteria. What is it? Acceptance criteria define the boundaries of a user story. There are conditions that the user story must adhere to for it to be considered done. They specify both functional and non-functional requirements. For the earlier example, acceptance criteria might be products can be sorted in ascending or descending order by price. The user can easily switch between sort orders. Sorting by price is responsive and takes more than 2 seconds. The value of acceptance criteria. The value of acceptance criteria includes the following. Clarity. They clarify what is expected by stakeholders, helping to eliminate any ambiguity. Guidance. Developers have a clearer vision of what to implement. Validation. They offer a foundation for testing. A story can't be accepted until all its criteria are met. Best practices. User story creation. We want to keep it simple and focused. Avoid technical jargon. Remember, it's from the user's viewpoint. Think in terms of the user viewpoint. So we want to avoid unnecessary technical jargon. Collaborate. Have discussions with the team and stakeholders when writing them. Acceptance criteria development. Be specific but avoid detailing exact solutions. For example, mention the system should load in under 3 seconds instead of the system should use caching mechanisms. Use clear and concise language. Always consult with the team to ensure understanding and feasibility. Regularly review. As development progresses and understanding deepens, revisit user stories and their acceptance criteria to ensure that they remain aligned with user needs and business goals. Story points and estimation techniques. The success of any Scrum project relies heavily on the team's ability to estimate tasks accurately. This not only ensures the delivery of features within a sprint, but also enhances the predictability of future sprints. One of the most popular methods to estimate the complexity of tasks in Scrum is by using story points. What are story points? Story points represent a measure of effort required to implement a user story. Unlike traditional methods of estimation that rely on time, like man-hours or days, story points consider the complexity, the risks, and uncertainties of a task. The main objective of using story points is to move away from looking at just the time and focus on relative efforts. Before we proceed, kindly take some few seconds to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button on the screen. Kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button on the screen, either on your left hand side or on your right hand side. Kindly do so. Kindly click on the subscribe button on your screen, either on your left hand side or on your right hand side. Also click on the notification button to be notified whenever we release new videos such as this. Click on the notification button to get notified, to be the first to know when we release news videos such as this. Kindly do so within some few seconds. I'm waiting for you to do so if you have not done so yet. Thank you so much. Now we proceed. Benefits of using story points. The following are some of the benefits of using story points. The first is relative estimation. Story points focus on comparing the relative complexity of tasks rather than trying to predict absolute time. Second, consistency. They offer a consistent unit of measurement across various sprints and teams. Third, accommodate variability. As they are not time-based, they can account for unseen obstacles that can alter the actual time taken. The next is encourage team conversation. The process of assigning story points often leads to valuable discussions about task intricacies. Common scales for story points: linear, which are numbers between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that order. Fibonacci, which are 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13 in that order. Modified Fibonacci, 0, 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 13 are in that order. T-shirt sizes, which are XS, S, M, L, XL, and others. The estimation techniques. The estimation techniques include planning poker. Here, each team member gets a set of cards with numbers representing story points. For each user story or task, team members privately select a card that represents their estimation. All cards are revealed simultaneously. If estimates differ significantly, a discussion ensues. The team then re-estimates until a consensus is reached. The T-shirt sizing. Here, tasks are classified into sizes like X, S, S, M, L, XL. These sizes are then mapped to actual numerical story points. The dot voting method. The dot voting method is yet another estimation technique. Here, tasks are listed on a board. Team members are given a set number of dots or stickers. Members place their dots on the tasks with more dots indicating higher complexity. The total dots per task can then be translated into story points. Affinity estimation. In this, user stories are written on cards. Team members collaboratively sort these cards into groups based on their relative sizes. Once grouped, each group is assigned a story point value. Challenges and considerations. The following are some challenges and considerations. The first is calibration. It's crucial for the team to have a shared understanding of what a point represents, especially when starting out. Avoid time-based estimations. There can be a tendency to think 1 point equals 1 day. This mindset should be avoided. It's a skill. Estimation is a skill that improves with practice and reflection. Regularly review estimations. As teams evolve, their velocity and understanding of tasks change. It's important to recalibrate periodically. Before we proceed, kindly take some few seconds to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button on the screen. Kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button on the screen, either on your left hand side or on your right hand side. Kindly do so. Kindly click on the subscribe button on your screen, either on your left hand side or on your right hand side. Also click on the notification button to be notified whenever we release new videos such as this. Click on the notification button to get notified, to be the first to know when we release news videos such as this. Kindly do so within some few seconds. I'm waiting for you to do so if you have not done so yet. Thank you so much. Now we proceed. Prioritization in projects using Moscow and Canon model techniques. Prioritization is a crucial skill, especially in the domain of project management, software development, product design, manufacturing, and others. With constraints like time, resources, and budget, it's essential to focus on the most valuable and impactful tasks. In this context, techniques like the Moscow method, and the Canon model method, or the Canon model, provide robust frameworks to help teams and individuals prioritize effectively. Now, what is the Moscow method? The Moscow method, what is it? The Moscow method is a technique used primarily in agile and business analysis frameworks. It is a prioritization tool that categorizes requirements in 4 levels. M, which is the first level, which stands for must have. These are critical requirements that the project or product must have to be considered a success. Without this, the product or project will not deliver its intended value. S, should have. They are important but not critical. If omitted, they might be workarounds or it can be delayed to a future iteration. C, could have. These are the desirable features or requirements, but they are not necessary. They are typically the nice to haves. W, won't have this time, but possibly in the future. Recognizing that certain requirements won't be met in this iteration, but they might be considered in the future. Now, the strength of Moscow, MOSCOW, lies in its simplicity. By compelling stakeholders to categorize their needs, it makes prioritization transparent and collaborative. The Kano model. The Kano model, developed by Professor Noriakil Kano in the 1980s, the Kano model focuses on customer satisfaction and product features. The model categorizes features based on how they are perceived by customers and their effects on satisfaction. They are categorized as follows: basic needs. These are features that customers expect. Their absence would cause dissatisfaction, but their presence doesn't particularly increase satisfaction. performance needs, features that can lead to satisfaction if present and well executed, but can also cause dissatisfaction if not met. Excitement needs, which are the delighters. These are unexpected features that can highly increase satisfaction when present, but don't cause dissatisfaction when missing. Indifferent needs. These are features towards which customers are neutral, meaning that their presence or absence doesn't notably impact satisfaction. Reverse needs. Features that can satisfy a segment of customers when absent, but dissatisfy them when present. It's the opposite for another segment. By understanding customer preferences using the Kano model, organizations can prioritize features that will have the highest impact on customer satisfaction. Integrating Moscow and the Kano model. While the Moscow method is a powerful tool for high-level prioritization, the Kano model offers insights based on customer satisfaction. By integrating both methods, project teams can get a comprehensive view of what needs to be done. For instance, must-have features from the Moscow method can be further evaluated using the Kano model to see if they are basic, performance, or even delighters. And this hybrid approach ensures that team not only meets the essential requirements, but also creates a product that resonates with the end users. If you haven't done so yet, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button on the screen. Also, click on the notification button to get notified of our future videos. If you find this video especially helpful, please do not hesitate to like and share with your audience on social media.